Speaking of which, you actually will facilitate personal growth through your mask making.
Yes, I've been doing that over the years, and it's basically finding the baby clown within. I studied with Richard Pachenko, who's a genius, and I got 3 years studying with him, and after that I made 60 masks blindfolded to understand the different archetypes within myself, and I really loved it.
Did they all come out as phallic symbols, or?
No. But they do have that side to it, you know, because intuition has the sexual side to it.
Right.
Yes,
the frustration and well,
everything,
if you're blindfolded.
frustration to whatever. Yeah.
Yet but you do it for kids too.
Yeah, I'm working a lot with recycled materials now, drum making, mask making. I think I've got a sample of one of my drums here.
And on that, we're actually going to bring Mark in, who's a member of the Subtonic Monks. I love the name.
But he's his own man.
It's not a religion, but it could be.
Mark and we've been collaborating over the years, probably about 15 years. Mark is a virtuoso musician, guitar player, songwriter, and him and I have a show called The Beat Brothers, which we've been touring in the schools, and we want to do some more. And we do improv, and one of our shows we call Jammin' in a Gym.
Jamming in the gym.
And we jam with the kids, and fortunately Mark has been able to come in, and we could do maybe a little jam here. I don't know if you're up for that.
I am.
But yeah,
I definitely
okay.
am.
Well, that'd be cool.
That's what this show is all about.
So Mark Sepik, let's bring him on in.
The Beat Brothers.
We were sort of like founding fathers, though. I mean, it was Peter's project, but I helped in the gestation, creation period, and then, you know, Petey spun all the plates, and I would do the odd gig as a hired guitar gun.
Now, to some of the audience, they might be familiar with that giant Dr. Zeus.
Yeah, the Dr. Zeus
vehicle,
tricycle, which we call the Zeus Mobile. But we used to call it the Subtonic Cycle, but the band isn't playing on it as much anymore. So we went, well, let's go with Zeus Mobile. It's a more recognizable name. And everybody says, oh, it looks like Dr. Seuss built this bike. So it's sort of like he's 20 feet long, 13 feet tall with drums on it. So it looks...
Right.
The best description would be Dr. Seuss meets Stomp. That's the experience
in
you
a
would get.
recycled experience.
That's right.
The wheels
Recycled.
were electric wire cable holders.
Yeah, for the wheels.
I actually got to experience this at the TVO Open House as both as Dudley and as Pokeroo. I'd actually gotten out to
oh yeah, it's definitely mascot friendly.
So beautiful.
And the sound of it, just to hear the kids, they seem to have a natural ambition to make that noise, and they it's always seems to be symphony. I don't know how that comes around. Maybe it's just letting the kids be kids.
Yeah, it has a lot of a noise factor, you know, to an adult ear, but to a kid's ear, it's freedom, you know. And in that chaos, they like to hide their grooves sometimes, you know, and they play, you know, within that. Oh, that guy can do that. Well, so can I, you know. And so there's the most magical moment I've ever had on that big giant machine was at Richmond Hill Winter Carnival. We've been there for 12 years straight, and we were on the ice with that bike, and there was a native group, all in their colors, native dancers, and the army was in volunteering services, and they were on the bike. So the army and the natives and these little kids were jamming on the bike, and it just was
great visual.
it was the most incredible. Now that is something, and that's one thing I like about that machine is that it is. You can be 2 years old, or you can be 79 or older, and they do. The grandmothers jam with the kids, and there's no politics going on. There's no, oh, you can't do that. You can't, none of that going on. It's just that's what I love about that thing. You know, it's incredible.
Well, I recently saw a movie called August Rush, which reminded me of you, because it actually because of the way you have evolved, you seem to have the music coming through you. And that was the experience of the movie. This child that had the music go through them, and he ended up finding his parents. Of course, for you found your purpose, and maybe we can even get a little bit of an experience of that, so that so the audience can kind of get what I'm talking about, how you actually play it through you.
Okay, so we'll do a little jam. Marco's king at laying down something, and that we can.
Can I
dance
be
on
one
top
slice
of.
of bread?
Yeah,
Please,
come on. Please.
Toast it, crumble it. You can be croutons of percussion.
Oh! We'll see what that looks like.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, just to get some sound going.
This is crazy.
Yeah! You are listening to, you're experiencing Mascot and Company at its, well, its best.
At its grooving moment in the now.